moral of the story is, and the moral of the story is.
Hello, my name is Josh Balch, and I am here with Miss Smith. Miss Smith, how long have you been in the administration?
I've been at Choctaw High School somewhere between 32 and 33 years, I kind of forget. And I've been in administration, I think this is my 14th year.
Oh, that's a really long time.
With this gray hair, you sometimes forget.
What do you do on a day-to-day task?
Well, a lot of the responsibilities I have to do with the schedules, the master schedule, working with just students on an individual basis when things are going on. I do a lot with the chat curriculum and getting kids assigned to chat. Right now I'm in the middle of doing a lot of testing preparation work to prepare for the EOI testing in December.
Alright, awesome. Now, on an academic standpoint, what are the problems you run into on a day-to-day basis?
I think a couple of things that present challenges for me is sometimes convincing students that they can handle a harder class and trying to encourage them to not underestimate their abilities. So they'll come to me and want to get out of a hard class, and then I will try to argue with them and convince them that they ought to really challenge themselves and stay in those harder classes. So I do a lot with the AP classes, trying to work with kids that way. I think the other thing that really does make it difficult for students to be successful in their classes is if they're not here. We
Right.
can't teach you if you're not here.
Right.
So if you're having trouble in your classes, it may be because you're not on campus.
Right.
And so that, I'd say, being here and being present.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, how do you think you could say to the students to fix these types of problems?
Well, I definitely, I think number one, show up. Number two, I think it's really important that maybe you put your cell phones down if you do have them out, and make sure you're paying attention to what the teacher's saying. I think note taking is extremely important. You know, when you use more than one sense to try to learn something, so you're writing something down, you're listening to it, and you're watching what's going on the board or what the teacher is talking about, you have a much better chance of remembering what they're trying to teach you. So in being engaged in the conversation. And I think another thing is keep an active mind. When the teacher is talking about something, try to be thinking about questions that you have about what that teacher is saying. If you make connections about what they're teaching, you're much more likely to remember it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, do you have a message to tell the students? I mean, personally?
Well, I do the statistics a lot with the grades, and we did for block 1. The school did pretty doggone good. We had about a 2.5% failure rate, which isn't too bad. I think compared to last year for block 1, we were slightly lower, which is a good thing because you want to be a lower failure rate.
Right.
So I was a little surprised, though, for the first time ever, the freshman class had the highest failure rate. And typically the freshman class has always had the lowest failure rate around here. So I guess I would say that seniors, juniors, and sophomores, they're doing pretty good. But I think the freshmen could improve in maybe focusing a little bit harder in the classroom this next block. So let's see if the freshmen can go back to their normal standard of always having the lowest failure rate.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Miss Smith. I'm Josh Balch, and we'll see you later.
Bye.